Hello? Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3, hello? Hello? No. Music, calm down. Music, calm. Right before the drop, too, huh? That sucks. This one needs to be changed. Also has a drop. Looking at volume bars, up and down. Everything looks good. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, check. I don't even know what that does. Test. Baba Booey, Baba Booey. All right, everything looks good. Hi, everybody. It's me, the Stoic philosopher guy, in a toga, like a Roman toga man on the internet, streaming everyone's favorite Final Fantasy 11 double-decade-old MMORPG. We're back. We're back, and we're here to fuck up some indigenous wildlife. Everyone's favorite activity. It's the Bastoken way, along with pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. I don't know why the Galka just don't do that already. You know? Oh man, no, I don't have any strong opinions about that. Let's check our D-box. We already have a party pseudo going. We're going to try to get level 62 today. We have just shy of 17,000 experience points that would total that we need in order to accomplish that. I think that we can hit that with a ring. The higher level that I get, the more easy it is to reach around 8k or 7k minimum. So, you know, with the extra 4,000 bonus that you get from the chariot ring, it should be NP LOL. In typical fashion, let me know if I am too loud, I am too quiet, music's too loud, music's too quiet. If you want to just literally hear nothing but music that drowns out my voice and the in-game music, I can make that happen. As long as you're happy, that's what I care about. Online says we can do Valley of Storms, Raptor, Paraton. I do not know where Valley of Sorrows is. Looking, researching. Our sync target, hey, no flow. Our sync target is going to be probably 58, I would imagine. One of our compatriots has been sucked into the abyss, and not in the fun way. I don't even know where Valley of Sorrows is. We can probably shoot for Cape. There again, that's what my instincts are telling me. I'm going to epic voice crack. Did you hear that? That's a culpable moment if there was one. I'm going to scout camp. Let me see where Rolanda. Okay, Rolanda is stuck and is trying to unstuck, which takes a whole 20 minutes to accomplish. That is very sad. Oh, Club Chan, where are you? We replaced our Time Hammer with a comparatively cheaper yet more damaging Arcana Breaker that was not previously available before. Is this video game BPM? I didn't change it. I just started the shuffle over. Video game lo-fi, please. There we go. Isn't that better?
Yeah. Oh my god, stop, bro, I'm stuck. Can you help me?
Valley of Sorrows. I did a heavy DD PT there the other night, 13k an hour with a Bard and Red Mage Doe at 59. I'ma be real, I have no idea where Valley of Sorrows is, so if we go there, I'ma need someone to lead. What even is Valley of Sorrows? I think they're just giving me like a fake... Give me just like, just fake news, just deep fake maps. What the fuck? Cape Tarragon. Oh, you're right. Kind of weird to have a separate area like that within Cape Tarragon instead of just, because it's just like a hallway. Alrighty, let's aim for there. I've never partied there before, so it is my prerogative to try to inform myself of new experienced party camps, such that if any time in future every other camp is occupied and my back is to the wall and my knees weak and my breathing's heavy, mom's spaghetti, I have to choose something. It might be the only option available, but because I didn't experience it beforehand, I would have no first-hand knowledge. We can try. I'll glance at the Cape party spot I was thinking of. If no one is there, we'll aim for the valley. Volbo, my beloved. It's like Behemoth's Dominion for Adamantoise. Okay, that makes it make more sense to me. Volbo. I remember to switch back my sub job, yes? Yes. 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 Dream Mittens me. Dream Boots me. Raptors and birds. Birds were a little harder, down for whatever. I trust our fearless leader. Aww. That gets a heart from me. Oh, Misa. Where did Misa go? I don't know. Did Misa drop from party / say why? It's probably because she believed that we already had a thief, which is true. And by the time that we suss out an actual camp, we're going to be in a position to corral her over. Let me just put on these winter boots and mittens that convert me into a Santa Claus adjacent entity that is both silent, quick, and invisible, despite their weight, basically becoming what I can only describe is a Cthulhu-esque horror that is capable of traveling the world within a night span. Invisibly, silently, a rampant consumer of dessert product. I'm starting to, the more that I explain it, or say it out loud, the more I don't think Santa is real. And I know that that's like a mega hot take, but I'm not sure. Misa, if you can see this, you are ghosted. If the thieves just sat at each other, it equals out the hate, so it's like they never did anything, if only. It would not be preferable to have two thieves, and yet I think that it would be fine, and it would be a cute ooh bonding activity.
Valor, X3, what's this? A wall?
These people are chilling here for unknown reasons. Are you guys camping here? Or hunting something? The monsters in this area trend to 67 and 270. So 58 is like the cutting edge minimum that we would want to tolerate for both speed and survivability. I'm not going to worry about whipping out ye old greatsword or probably sword. I'll just wear the club forever, just because the sheer MP sustain from the club is so extreme that I would be an absolute silly buns if I wasn't just really squeezing that fruit for all the juice it could possibly give me. Goals: no one dies but you. Challenge accepted. Berserk, last resort, soul eater. I still, and this isn't me being cocky, this is me having a general understanding of how much hate retention I can generate. I should be able to keep the monster off you at least every other fight if you were to all in like that. I should be able to. There's been a couple of parties recently where they where I had two ranger marksmans. Okay, so these guys are hunting for animal parts, I'm guessing. See all Misa. There she is. Welcome back. Let me check to see if Rolanda is still around and about. Let me know if when the camp that I found here is open, but I do want to check it out. So I'ma do that. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, the two rangers. There were two rangers in a couple of parties that I've had recently that, if I were to lose, I mean, I did lose hate sometimes, but if I was gonna lose hate, like get practice, like retaining hate in a situation where I should never be able to keep hate at any time period, it was that one. Like double slug shot, doing like 50% of the monster's health. Crazy. And then like a samurai, and like the samurai was doing stuff. He was doing nowhere near the DPS that the rangers were doing, which makes sense just on his face. The beach side has a cliff. Thanks. By the beach is entrance, I remember. The north entrance, you have to go around a little mountain in Cape Tarragon. There's two more cliffs to the south. Huzzah! Let's go check it out. Let's go explore. Yay! I mean, like you know, half of like all Japanese animes are about like exploration and like evolving as like a person, right? That's what we're doing now, except we're, you know, we're going up. We're going up and out, baby.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
Oh, the fuck that means. What I just said, that just came out of my mouth, but it sounded right. It felt right. Sometimes you just gotta go with your gut. Okay. Not the best prison. Or not prison, but silent oil. I have to go up and around. Ugh, dude. Uggers. That's fine. We can't at G9 against the rock. There's a little nook to kind of hide in. Gotcha. We can try it. NP. If Gawken, so like in the somewhat limited number of times that I've interacted with Gawken, He has proven to be a trustworthy and informative individual, so I have no reason to disbelieve him that the party area that we're ostensibly going to is great or fine. I see what they mean by you having to go around the mountain. It's going to be nowhere near as much running as when we try to suss out that ogre fly camp in Labyrinth of Anzozo. And me trying to fight back a torrential downpour of tears once I reached the camp, found it empty, and then did a quick party search, and there were no mages to be found. There was like 3 or 4 anteceding my trip, or preceding my trip. Anteceding should work, right? Yeah, it kind of works. Welcome back. Lots of people getting stuck. Like at this point, like just put up a ladder, man. Like whose prerogative is it to maintain this wildlife reserve? It's on the lower half of the continent, so that implies that it's Bastok. But if it was Bastok, then they would have... Am I supposed to go down there? I believe so. If it was Bastok, we would have put like a rail line down or something, you know? And then put down like a McDonald's. Like a Mick Bastocks. Are these sound? No. I am safe. Everything is fine. Sneaky breaky.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
Oh, you're fine. Scouting camp still. Oh boy. Let me tell you what. I mean, King of the Hill is about 1,000 years old now, but it still hits a little bit different. Season 1 and Season 2 are very rough. It doesn't really hit any kind of swing, in my very personal opinion, until like Season 3. But you can tell that the voice actors that get into character are like very much taking on the character. What do you say? G9? G9 is the only reason I don't like these like alternative window dressings, wallpaper, behind the text box, whatever, is that they partially block. Like, I like this motif. Like, the smooth stone is really cool. The only reason that I haven't used it up until this point is because of this. So if I'm trying to suss out where in the alphabet I'm looking, G9. Don't oil me. It just makes it hard. And even though I'm very capable of handling things that are hard, I prefer not to. Ooh woo. Pokes fingers together. G9. I mean, we're at like G9, right? G8? He's saying G9 against the rock. There's like a little nook to kind of hide in. A nook. This? I think this is what he's talking about. Nah, man, that's just a hole. I do not see it. Alright, I don't exactly know whereabouts he's referring to. Maybe this, but the raptors are still around. I mean, they're saying that this camp is 5861. Like the raptors are definitely right for 58. Maybe a little bit high for 58 in terms of their average. I don't know, man. It could be fine, but I mean the 72 is like almost 14 levels ahead higher than before. If we sync to my level, it could be fine. These Harringtons are up to 72. I don't think we should fight them as 58. It'd just be the Velociraptors. Trying to suss out. I think the other side was slightly lower. I don't know if that can be true. I don't know if there's any kind of like, I mean, maybe somebody in chat knows for sure. I don't think there's like a differential, like in, I think that the level range is just the level range. I believe. Let's go cave. My instincts are telling me. There was no camp there. Checking camp spot. The Velociraptors could be fine, and there is a lot of Velociraptors, but there are also a lot of site-based aggro mobs that are up to 72, which could be a problem. Misa does not want to interface with the Manticore, so do not blame her. Today's beverage is Twisted Tea, 5% alcoholic percentage. Not an ad. It's about as high of an alcoholic percentage as I can handle. Maybe I'm able to squeeze by a 5.5% without throwing up. Internally, not externally. Where the hell is this taking us? Okay. Otherwise, we as a backup, and I am not opposed to like inter-partaking between the Twisted Tea and this. Peppermint mocha creamer coffee. All my homies love peppermint mocha creamer coffee. These guys are just hunting something, some kind of mob that spawns here. I don't remember what. Something that drops it. Ancient memories are coming back to me. Something about manta parts or something. Some kind of valuable like angel skin, angel bits. It's some kind of angel part. This armor looks so good, dude. Look at it. I mean, I'm gonna put the Darksteel Curious set on as soon as possible, aka 67, to the full effect. But just look at this, dude. Look, isn't it beautiful? Do you think it's beautiful? Do you think that I'm beautiful? Is this weird for you? Is this weird when a man's double touches another man's double? Leans in, really. RP leans in. Is this weird for you? Does this make you uncomfortable? We can park it here, position. See, I'll roll. Let me see if she got on stock. All right, we need a red mage or a summoner if I can so help it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to dip into my nigh endless, but not literally endless, Yugudo drink reserves. 868 Inv. Let me see if there's any of these names that I recognize. It still impresses me that I see basically like a never-ending list of names I don't recognize. I do recognize Abyssal's name, and he's a good guy. Had no issues with him. Low level sync 8 party. Do you need it? Position Cape Tarragon. You would be main healing if means anything. Let me see if he bites. I hope that he does bite, because there's no other option. we'd have to wait for one to appear, which is not the worst. I'm not in any kind of hurry, but it would make me Trey sad. Make a small edit to OBS while I'm waiting, because we have a little lip of some of the symbols in the chat that are like the floating chat that are not perfectly aligned. I need this to be in the middle. Okay, just need there to be a little bit of overlap that makes sense. That should be fine. That looks right to me. Yes, I had to adjust it. Dude, once I see it, I can't unsee it. Okay? Let's put OBS back in its little cubby. Only one healer in existence, apparently. So may be a little wait if... Okay, that's not the right way to want to use. If we don't see anything pop up in 5-10 minutes, we may need to break and flag up instead. Or try later. It's like... Look at this dude! He's so fancy with his Dark Knight armor. Ah, he's so cool. I do feel like it's borderline impossible to maneuver in a real world sense with the amount of spikes that would just catch on fucking everything if you were to really wear this armor. But goddamn, is it spooky? That's a spooky boy. I don't know if an NM is supposed to appear here. I want to look it up. I feel like there's a lottery spawn or something. Devil, Manta, Phase 11, Plastic. Drop rate on... So these guys are hunting it for Angel Skin. I am beyond surprised I remember that. Angel Skin has a sub 10% drop rate and is used for something to do with the relic axe or cursed shit. And that's one aspect of the game that I'm not terribly familiar with, so I hope that they enjoy their angel skin. Red Mage did not reply to me. Hello, level sync 58 party. Do you need it? Position. Dave Kerrigan. Dude, main heal if means anything. There is a very small chance that we may have to sync higher, a la to me, which would be unfortunate in the sense that it would mess with the experience points distribution a little bit, but would make sense in terms of killing speed. Sorry, late reply. Hi. Spot is still open if interested. He did not reply to me saying yes or no. Only that he... Okay, invite to join party. And the other red mage they reached out to is already on the way to the party, so the galaxy kind of, you know, organized itself in the way that it sometimes does. Alright, good luck. Smiley face. And now we wait. I did send him a invite. He is currently invited. So while I wait for Rolanda to unstuck themselves and for the red mage to be on their way, I am studiously looking at my soundboard. I always get into these dangerous stints where I look at myinstance.com for prime meme material that I can play on stream, and for myself, because, you know, sometimes, you know, you're sitting in the dark 2 a.m. in the morning with nothing illuminating you except the faint iridescent glow of the monitor, and you're pressing like buttons to make yourself laugh a little bit. Everybody does it. You can't tell me that you don't do it. But like the very first time that I was setting up my soundboards, which I have about like 120 like sounds now, I was browsing that my instance site for probably 4 or 5 hours. And whenever I find a funny sound on there, I feel purpose bound, like mission driven to sift through the colossal amount of chaff that's in between to find the really good ones. So over the course of like the sixth person is trying to unstuck themselves. Rolanda, tell Rolanda, did you happen to get unstuck? And I am just gonna wait for their response. Four speed. Gotcha. Okay. To unstuck? Unstock? To get unstuck?
Oh my god, stop, bro, I'm stuck. Can you help me?
Oh, does it concern me very slightly to have a second thief in place of what should otherwise, and by should I mean I'm putting a really big asterisk at the end of that word, what should be a sub heal or a support element of some kind? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Am I so concerned that I think it's going to actually be problematic for the flow of the party? Not really, no. Because I'm planning on sticking with club and shield and all that stuff, and I'm pretty darn heavily armored. I shouldn't really take that much damage from anything. In fact, I think that if anything, it's probably a good thing that we have like this much damage dealer or damage dealing capability, because it means that I mean, if we kill it quick enough, it's not going to do that much damage to me, right? So if killing it faster is the objective, that means necessarily that it's going to be doing less damage to me overall over the lifetime of the crab, or whatever it is that we're going to be fighting at the time. Oh. 1 minute until rolls unstuck. And I still have like 4 or 5 stacks of Ikra Gunkin with me. If you are not familiar with what Ikra Gunkin is, it is a type of sushi that is specifically for tanks. At least that's what I think that it was designed for. I can't really imagine someone else using it for a non-tank capacity. It's defense, accuracy, dexterity, and vitality. So it is the perfect food for trying to skill up as a tank, because you're hitting like 80 to 90% of the time if you're above like 15, or even if you're not. Welcome. Let's hit some of these while we're waiting.
Why? What the hell? Oh, my
That's a good one.
God, no way.
Holy Jesus.
It's also a good one.
What the fuck is that?
We doing Lizzies? We are not. Crabs, pugs, raptors, position, cave Terrigan.
You what? Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Oh no. Raptors, virus, but you shouldn't need raptors, virus, but it shouldn't lose, or I shouldn't lose hate. You shouldn't. I know this. Shouldn't is definitely the operative word. He doesn't. This guy does not know me, so he has no reason to believe that I actually will prevent him from getting virus. If he does get virus, it is not the end of the world, because he's a red mage and he can refresh himself. It would be very unfortunate if he did get virus, because if you're not familiar with what virus does, it prevents you from recovering MP while you're healing. I feel pretty sure. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Is there a very small amount of copium informing that feeling? I think so.
It's over 9,000!
What? This is going to be fine.
A hunter must hunt.
Yep, that's fine. Oh, Rolanda. Did you get unstuck? I mean, red mages still get healing. It's fine. Honestly, go with whatever feels best is what you got. It is unfortunate and slightly unusual that the red mage does not have a capped sub white mage job. But you smoke him if you got him. Gawkin got hate. That's what he was referring to. Did roll get unstuck yet? Did the unstuck work? Question mark. I want to make sure that you are included in the party, but if for whatever reason you're still stuck, I may have to grab another healer of some kind. I did not realize this red mage that we picked up has a no, get is the wrong word. It's too strong. Gimped mage sub. Do not listen to this man. He is not well. Shut up! If he does have MP problems, you may die anyway. I don't think that there's gonna be an issue. Look at this dude. I mean, if anything, you know, at least you're being efficient with your time. Oh boy. Yeah, dude, that's a good one. I try not to make too many of those types of jokes just because they don't scale well. Do you get it? Do you get it? It's because fish have scales. Fish have scales. But it's funny. You get it? You can get it. Oh man. It's a good thing I'm wearing a helmet, otherwise my breath would have been very hot just then. Quick spiel, I'm a Twitch affiliate. Mr. Bezos, hella be his name, forces all Twitch affiliates and above to run ads. I've done everything that I can to make them as painless as possible. There's at least an hour of consumable stream between ad breaks. Ad breaks are 90 seconds. Just bear with me when they happen and we'll meet back here. So when the ads happen in about 3 minutes, just like, I don't know, just practice whatever craft you have going on. Just go outside and touch the green vegetable paths that are all over the place. Holy crap, Omega, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh my god. Holy crap. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. My god. Wow. That's a pretty strong injection of dopamine that I just got. I'm gonna need it. I mean, I'm already seated, but like I'm gonna need to get like another seat for my seat to sit down on. My goodness. That is unbelievably generous. 1,000 blessings upon your house and yours. Was it the pun? If so, that's gonna really exacerbate my behavior. So if it was a pun, just don't tell me. It's for everyone. For everyone involved, it's probably for the best. Rolanda is not responding. So she is either deeper in Juno hell or get that bard. Oh, no, dude. I guess, yeah, we have to get this party moving, huh? Okay, as she says that she is back. I'll roll. Okay, roll has unstuck and is on the way. I'm going to be watching Noi Tagus. If you are resting, and if you are and my refresh is down, I will chug a Yag drink. If it makes it easier on you, I brought a swimming pool's worth amount of the stuff with me. They have 500 MP. I feel pretty confident about our chances in getting through stuff quickly and easily. Omega is wearing a scythe, so my impression is that they would like to continue using it. I should be able to work with that in order to make double setas work. They are LS buddies and should be fine. If it's not fine, I will adjust. The red mage has expressed concern about there being 2 thieves in the party. Little does he know that it is all according to Keikaku, and Keikaku means plan. 8. Keypad. 8. 58. Thief. Viper Bite, presumably. I don't think they get Dancing Edge yet. But just in case, I'm going to leave it. Dark Knight. There are a couple of weapon skills that are shared between Scythe and Greatsword that combo well with Viper Bite. Let me try to suss that out. Oh, /tell Omega, do you have Warple Scythe? Warple Scythe, or do you have a preference otherwise? We're definitely gonna, we have to make a skill chain work in some way. Check your Twitch chat, nerd. Scythe and Greatsword are capped. Vorpal, I think, does. Okay, that makes it easier on me. Now, is there... I should keep the club on. I should keep the club on because we're going to need as much MP gen as we can possibly get away with. So I'm going to be moonlighting the whole time. Now, does Viper Bite... No, I'm missing Gawkin. Gawkin can also contribute, but he also has axes, and axes are... Our axes on Horizon are weird. They're very weird, and that for some reason the Horizon team decided to mess with the elemental properties of them, because to the extent that I can't reliably, based off of any chart, off of any calculator, anything that, like, any add-on, like, it's wrong. Like, Avalanche Axe says that it can combo with a bunch of different things it no longer can, or the things that it can do doesn't make sense anymore, but we will try it. Let me see what is the strongest thing that he likes to use? Rampage, I'm assuming. Rampage. 58. What about Avalanche Axe? I can't even say with like full certainty. It's like I don't know, man. Maybe Avalanche Axe will combo with something. For sure, SE if when settled. It's gonna be Vorpal Scythe into Vorpal Scythe Omega. Omega into Misa. Viper Sata, Viper Bite. Misa. Gawkin, they messed with Axe elemental properties, so I have no idea what you have that will work with Viper Bite, but if you would be up to trying whatever still does damage and have Roll try to set a Viper Bite off you, whoever works at the time, that'd be good. Let's sync up to 50. No, for safety, we're gonna sync up to 60. Let's see, all roll. No, we have to. Sorry, I have to sync 258 instead. I forgot roll is 56, so it's going to throw off X. Please forgive me. 4 is too big. 3 is like the baseline difference between the lowest and the highest in the party that you really want. But we have the basic parts. Omega, we're gonna readjust the party member list. Misa is working with Omega. Rakan is working with Rolanda, just so that I can keep an eye on their TP values. Specifically so I can see if whatever Gawkin is going to be using is actually going to gel with Viper Bite or not. 8. I do happen to have gear, yes. Rolanda is asking, do you all have gear for 56? I'm okay if you guys don't. We'll stay synced to 58. So, no problem, roll. I'm just double checking to make sure that I have everything set up correctly the way that I need. I do. Chariot banned me. Ikra Gunkin. If you'd like to Misa roll, you can random with the highest being who pulls. Or you can just switch off halfway between. I don't care, I just work here. I'm still getting like lingering serotonin from the gifted subs. That just for your knowledge, that's the first time that I've experienced that, like the gifted subbing. So it was the first time that I heard that sound of like gift subs happening, or like the prompt. So like for a second there, I thought that my OBS like broke or was having some kind of issue. Feel free to SATA off of anyone. Feel free to SATA whenever off of anyone. Or what Roll said. What Roll said sounds fine. We're going to go into extreme MP preservation mode. We are at full MP right now, and with Ikra Gunkin and the various benefits that provides, we're going to have reliable TP generation. We have banked about 250 to 300 MP from Chivalry, which I can proc every 15 minutes, where it converts TP into MP. Around 1500 will give me back about 250. As long as Gawkin is in front of you, Omega, you're totally fine to stay where you are. I might be telling you something you already know, but if you are closest to whatever you're trying to kill, and someone Seta's behind you, it will apply it to whoever is closest to the monster. Are we gonna do it? I don't really need to. I mean, it's almost dead. Look at that, dude. Got Saturn on and I still clawed back.
No.
All right. That was a great party. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I'll see you. I'll see you again. Take care. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm getting even more barely hurt than I expected. So we can probably get a little bit frisky with our... We don't want an OP... Okay, let me start over. We don't want an overflow of NP. So I'm gonna need to start being a little bit aggressive to make because like Chivalry is not doing anything for us if it's not on cooldown, right? We'll just keep doing some of this. I didn't know I had more divine magic to learn. That's actually really good intel. And so begins the rampant culling of indigenous fauna. I can let Gawkin be swung on until he doesn't have shadows anymore. I'm gonna do that from now on. Gawkin, roll, Omega, Misa. I have... Exactly. They changed the axe properties, so no chart add-on calculator will let me know what actually works with one-handed axe. It's just so fucking... It's so fucking stupid. Why would they change that? Like, why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
What? What the fuck?
Give it to me, that which I desire. Stupid crab chan. He actually hasn't done anything wrong. I really do not need to mistreat them. These guys are just living, right? They're just vibing in their natural environment. We're at 3k TP. I might just like... Is Noi close to me? We'll see. Okay, they are in range. 53 MP, dude. That's kind of crazy. Does Omega have... Is it Omega that's getting hit right now? I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if that was Soul Eater, if I remember correctly. The bane of healers everywhere. Wasp Sting and Viper Bite share the same elemental property, I think, but honestly, just go for it. Typically everything, like in the probably hundreds of, weird to think about now, but probably hundreds of times that I've looked up. Congratulations. The hundreds of times I've looked up possible skill chains, Viper Bite and Wasp Sting have always shared the same house. I don't know if there's many things. I have Sentinel back. Let's go. This is going to be very wonderful for Velociraptor. It also means that, for better or worse, I should almost never lose hate. Sentinel acts like a super provoke, which is good because while it is up, it's also reducing the amount of physical damage you're taking by 90%. Now we're going to sit on TP. And I'm also going to take this opportunity to blow through my MP to top up Omega and then myself afterward so that I get into the Parade Gorget proc range for relatively consistent or MP generation. And by relatively, I mean as long as I'm in white HP above 85%, it actually procs. So it's a constant ballet between healing myself to get to keep myself in like that extra MP generation. I mean, like there's not really any such thing as, oh yeah, these things knock back and stun. I love that for me. Definitely on the more spicy side, but that's why we have Chivalry, baby, to get it all back.
Yeah, boy.
Did we hit our subscriber goal with that? Are you kidding? Oh my god! The dopamine came rushing back in like a waterfall-like fashion over the front of my cortex or whatever part of the brain that I have that's also very human. Oh my god!
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
I'm just gonna let my team that's depending on me die. While I revel in this moment. Just fucking hit all these, dude.
Mission complete.
Do me a solid, Omega, and move somewhere else. So it's easier for me to track if the crab is watching you. That's good. Ooh, ooh. Nope, wasted it. Fuck, I should have watched the chat. Oh yeah. In that case, carry on. I respect the Sigma grind set to die. And like to basically be entombed in the VOD forever. Or until YouTube goes down because of their questionable business decisions. All right, let's get some moonlights up in here. Not having a second sub heal that was a weird R0 there. Small hiccup. We're not having a second healer. We're doing pretty good. I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe that the red mage has used convert yet. So they still have like a whole other 500 or 450 with the heal. Let me pull this out a little bit. And then just arrange myself in a way that makes sense to them. That's real good. Yeah, you honestly you could just sat off of him. That's fine. Or me. Him, me, him, me, her.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Spinning axe. That should do something, right? Right? Yeah, that did something. It did something. Let's go.
Wow! Congratulations!
It did something. I'm not gonna retain that because like I should retain that, but it feels a little dumb. NGL, it feels a little dumb to have to keep like a notepad file explaining to myself what combos with what, like with an axe. Like I would have to do testing. I don't even know if these axe related elemental property changes are reflected or not on the flowchart on Horizon, because when I checked circa 2 months ago, it was like the same ass bitch ass flowchart that's existed in the game for 20 years. Whose cheeks? The face ones, not the fun ones. Whose cheeks do I have to lovingly caress to get Horizon specific properties added for one-handed axes to my skill chain calculator, huh? Huh? Let me just heal Gawkin. That's fine. My man's needs a heal. About 6K an hour without XP banned. Looks about right, but we're killing fast as we can. If you want me to rep you, I will do that. He hasn't outright said it, but like the red mage did reach out to me, was like, hey, we're getting 6K an hour. The pieces have not all fallen yet. But oh my god, he just but like we're fighting crabs. Like it's not gonna be fast. And we're on the lower side too. But I told him if he wants, like, I'm assuming that the reason why he's drawing attention to the 6K an hour, he didn't say it was a negative, he didn't say it was a positive, but I'm assuming the reason why he reached out to me to say that is the implication that there is something concerning about the number. If only because he wasn't like, we're getting 6K an hour. Oh my god. That's amazing. The visual mouthfeel would probably be a little bit different. We're fighting durable stuff, so it makes sense and should improve as time goes on. He is saying, I'll let you know when wife aggros. Okay. We're gonna sentinel up. Alrighty. We're gonna sentinel up so you don't have to worry about my MP value moving borderline literally at all. For some time. Probably to the end of the fight, I would imagine. I guess his thought process is that instead of like a thief, we could have something that is more consistent damage over time over spike damage. If that is what he is thinking, I don't think that it applies as hard as he thinks that it does. Because the damage is still there. Like, thieves do not do a small amount of damage. It's just the way that they do it. That is a difference maker. If they have something to combo SC into, they'll do damage like crazy. I'm not, like, the only way for me to express that explicitly is for me to put a parser on screen. But even though I've talked about it multiple times, I still, as of yet, have not put up a parse-specific blocker to stop. I mean, I don't think anybody in the chat would harass anyone for getting like lower numbers or anything like that. But some people are sensitive, understandably, about having like numbers and stuff published. And I mean, I could definitely understand that. That was the very good timing. Gawkin-chan has the attention. Very good Utsusemi application there. He's doing what I was doing when I was ninja-ing. That's Moonlight, before I forget. Okay, and then let's shield bash. I was trying to shield bash when it went 25%, so that it would. No, your numbers are fine, Omega. Yours are totally fine. Like, I'm not watching what you do, and I don't have chat filters set up to tell me what anybody is doing. The only chat filters that I have set up are telling me when people are getting hit that I don't want to get hit and what damage I am personally doing. That's it. I have no reason to believe that your numbers are bad. Like, the red mage has not said that the experience per hour is not preferable. That is the impression that I have from him messaging me and being like, we're getting 6K an hour before ring, which is just like, taken as read, is just a factual statement. But like, nobody's doing bad. Like, everyone's geared reasonably well from what I can tell, and even if they weren't, that doesn't honestly matter to me. Some people take it way too far in the opposite direction, and they're like, if you're not wearing like hobby +1 and mainlining via IV sushi into your system, like, get out of my face. Like, I don't care, as long as you're trying and you're doing everything that you can with the time and the resources that you have. It's bananas to expect anything else. Full stop.
That's fucking teamwork.
I'm going to, I guess, heal Noi, because I need to make sure that I'm not like overflowing on MP. And then we'll get a little drip feed of Enlight back up. As long as Gawkin isn't getting hit, I'm content for him to go through shadows. There definitely seems to be a trend, which I am beginning to refer to myself as Sky-itis. Been wearing the XP ring since we started. For Mitsuto, I'm assuming that she means that she just didn't use it, or that she had it in place with something else. Congratulations. Like, Sky-itis is when people are so used to fighting like basic bitch birds in the sky areas that they have forgotten what it means to suffer in the advancement of yourself. It's the same type of itis that people get. I'm just gonna Sentinel here. That should pull hate off of him, I believe. We have Chivalry in 1 minute. Wow, it still didn't pull off of him. How about now? The fuck? Where it's like people that were in the Treasures of Argon areas on retail or Eden, like, would refuse to fight anything except Calibri. It was pulling teeth to get them to do anything but Calibri. And it became so boring. Like, I like the flow state of Final Fantasy XI when everyone's firing on all cylinders. Everyone's using the job to the best of their ability. Everyone seems to be having a relatively good time. But like, the monster that you are fighting does add a little bit of spice to the equation. That matters. Did I use? I did use my TP. I should have used my TP. I should have saved it. I have Chivalry up in 30 seconds. It's not the end of the world, but it is not preferable. TBH, LOL.
Oh, shit!
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I'm content to watch my number go up. Let's shield bash. I think this thing is going to be dead by the time that it rolls around to Gakken and Rolanda. We can afford to burn through our TP. Nope, I need to walk out of that and cancel Cure 4. I will cure myself for Cure 3 though, to make sure that I'm sitting at Parade Gorget between fight. That was a heck of a sentence, huh? But yeah, like, I know that it can, like, when you're experiencing 8, 9, 10,000 experience an hour, anything that is less than that may feel like a proportional waste of time. And what people find enjoyable out of the game is going to vary considerably. For me, and I would imagine a not small number of others, part of the game is the journey. Once you get to endgame, you can get like neat pieces of armor and stuff like that. But part of the enjoyment, at least for me, is over time learning what capabilities your job has, how to maximize those capabilities and squeeze possibly unexpected utility out of them, and to get into like moments of bonding through mutual suffering. It is nice to progress faster in the traditional sense, for sure. But I would rather take very slightly slower experience if it comes to that. Obviously, I'm not gonna like aim for that if I can help it. I would take slightly slower experience if it means that I don't have to beat the same series of animals to death in Final Fantasy XI in Minecraft over and over again. And Beastmen, although I don't really think that there's, outside of like ogres or whatever, what are they called? Trolls? I don't know, man. Not the Aldergon trolls. I'm talking about the dudes that are like in Upper Dovefoot Tower towards the top. I forget what they're called. The one that throws rocks. I don't think there are many instances of people doing like experience points parties, unless the rest of the world is really strapped for spots. Exping off of Beastman. I could be wrong though, I'm not sure. All right, Chivalry time. Look at that, a clean 270 back. Let's go. And Sentinel back too. I love that for me. Here, we're just gonna... I'm gonna Sentinel because it's not doing anything for me if it's not on cooldown. Really? That didn't pull heat off of him? Excuse me? What the fuck? I'm sorry, my friend. Once I decide that I have hate, it's very hard. It's very hard to pull off of me. And that's not me being cocky or overly confident. That's just like the statement. We'll heal Gawkin up. We'll heal these guys up. I'm gonna let the red mage rest for a little bit. Defender me, which is gonna slow the rate of enmity loss. Heal myself, get some hate back, and put me back for probably like 1 or 2 ticks. So like at a whole 2 MP into Prey Gorget territory. Do I have any other abilities I'm not accounting for? I have Invincible, but I guess that technically counts in my own description at the moment. I'm very surprised that that did not claw hate back. You should be able to get away with rampaging there. Yeah. It might be a little bit overkill, but it is killing it a little bit faster. We'll probably keep the chain. Yeah, we got the chain. Very good. You're good. Times 100. I mean, all gas and no brakes parties are fun, for sure. But I don't think that a momentary lapse where nothing is technically happening is bad. Even if you don't necessarily have to. I mean, like, as a rule, you had to, like, get, like, upwards of, like, level 30, 40. With the introduction of Refresh and Leviathan's Spring Water, which applies an AoE refresh, people do become accustomed to parties literally not stopping moving ever. But I think that it is good for you, the player, to have like maybe 5 seconds where you don't have to be focused. That's good. All right, we're gonna provoke to hold off my friend. I think the hate is back on me now. Nope. I do have shield bash up, so I'm gonna apply it. It's a shame that that did not stop the TP move from going through. But you can't always have what you want. I am bad and I should feel bad. I have not consumed my half-hourly sushi. Woo! Woo! That's what I'm talking about, dude. Good job. Get those endorphins flowing. Sentinel in 20 seconds. I love that. We will secure hate retention by Cure 4ing me out of yellow. My parrying skill is getting very high, comparatively speaking. I'm at 153. I only gained 67 off of my ninja job. But that also makes sense in retrospect. Because when you fail an evasion check is when it rolls to see if you parry something. So maybe I should be thankful for the fact that I was able to get any parrying skill at all, given how much evasion boost and gear I was pumping into the job. To age here, Gawkin. Wow, still has hate, huh? The heck's up with that? That's not allowed. I am furiously mashing my battle target button. Yeah, do you do that with your left hand or your right? Shut up. That's juvenile and churlish. We're gonna Sentinel because I hate pugs. I hate how much damage they do. I hate how they have like a 40%, it seems, double attack proc rate. It's like they have like a Joyous like built into their teeth. That's stupid. Moonlight me. So in typical practice, whenever I put myself willingly into situations like this, and I know that might be a little bit rough, and let me clarify, situations where we have effectively one main healer, and although they are capable of main healing, they may not perceive themselves to be a main healer, like by definition of the term, and 5 DDs. We're having virtually, I mean, we're having like some MP minor struggles, but we're not having MP problems. So we're killing as fast as you could possibly expect yourself to reasonably in this situation. I should have waited. I was so focused on getting myself back into the Raid Gorget territory. We're gonna provoke on the follow-up mob, and then we're going to invincible because I don't see a situation where we're not going to use it otherwise. It also buys like a free 30 seconds to just like chill out for a minute. Whole party is doing good. Literally no complaints. Invincible should have perma hate on me through to the end. I would be very surprised if I need to provoke or anything during this. I'm gonna wait until I get back up to full. Even though I've gotten it about halfway into muscle memory, I need to remember to keep Defender up before I do anything. Anything that generates hate. I don't know how the numbers are working in the background. I just know the sounds that they make when they take a man's life. All right. Noise gotta go. White Mage is coming into rep. Thank you for doing that. If the White Mage complains, I'm going to feed them to the Manta Rays. I mean, the unfortunate side effect of grabbing a White Mage is that the amount of MP sustain that they can personally provide me is probably like a quarter of the volume that a red mage can. A white mage can give me devotion, which is like sacrificing like a quarter of health. Small break is probably fine. No, you can keep going, I think. I think they can keep going. I mean, we're all roughed up a little bit, but that's okay. In 15 minutes, I'll need to go AFK for 2 minutes. All right. That sounds fine. No, how dare you not stay glued to the game client. Once Omega AFKs, we can take a mini break to get MP and stuff back up. Gonna heal Misa. Oh, man. Just to put them back into white to avoid undead aggro. My brain completely stopped there for a moment. I'm sure that that's nothing to be concerned about. I'm looking forward to me getting Warcry, which is what he just used. And not only because it gives a attack boost to everyone involved. We're gonna need to shield bash to keep 8. But the reason why I turned back toward him, even though I provoked and healed, was because Warcry also acts as a mini provoke that is multiplied based off of how many people that it happens to be boosting. So it's like a 1.5 provoke if it's hitting like all 6 people. We will heal Misa. Alrighty. That sounds good. Everyone's BRBing, LOLing. Hey Efren, how you doing? Sorry if it's been like 20-30 seconds. I've been trying to keep my party members alive because I cherish them deeply. So like, I think we partied in the Sandy Sewers a few days ago. That sounds right. You mean deep in the butthole of Chateau de Orgueil? Orgueil? Whatever the parlance. Assano Oubliette. AKA where they hide all the bodies. Which actually seems to be true. I don't know how much that actually gels with the lore, but it do seem like there's a lot of undead shit down there. Alright. Noi is getting swapped out for peace. You're good. Have a good one, Noi. In game, I'm Kasric. I do remember the name. Were you the monk? Show me potato salad. White mage. That's a fail for me. I'm so sorry. I should have remembered, especially since you were like part and parcel for keeping me alive. I didn't have Varuna. Oh yeah, the no having Varuna guy. Point at this man and laugh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You should not have to worry about Varuna. In most cases, nothing should be able to point at you and give you virus if the paladin is able to stay on top of it well enough. But I think that in that situation there was some kind of link or something. I don't know if that's like self-implanted memory replacement. Went 65 already, but damn, taking forever because of real life. See Peace. I've partied with Peace Stuff a few times. They seem nice. Hi, Peace. We're taking a mini break. We'll be back up alive in a minute or two. The hounds were... Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of the raptors. The raptors are the ones that have foul breath that give, like, the cone. And, like, okay, so in that situation, you're even less to blame because it's an AoE virus, but, like, I don't know how expensive a Varuna is, but it's not, like, a common thing to like, encounter Varuna. There's only so many things in the game that do it. There's, like, hounds, tainted flesh, which are like the weird giant bulbous gooey purple monsters that are behind vanishing doors in Garland Citadel, and raptors, and that's it. 13k in low Juno. I literally just bought it. Well, there you go. I don't remember exactly which spells I'm trying to think of, but there have been some that I'm just like, I would never reasonably use that. So why would I get it? Varuna would be one of those. I love this song so much. But I finished my LB1 so I can level up now. Awesome. You were a good white mage. I mean, that shit is permanent on a VOD forever. Me saying that. You're a good white mage. Literally no issues. Like, I guess, like, the only way that you could reasonably improve is if you somehow, within the limits of the game client, gave yourself infinite MP forever. Thanks, I appreciate it. Enjoyed the job. Just expensive. For sure. There definitely seems to be a trend that has cooled off in the time that Horizon has kind of mellowed out, where people know that certain spells are very good and desired. And so they apply kind of like a best in slot tax to it, where they sell it for 2, 3 times, 4 times sometimes more expensive than what it's actually worth. The most concrete example of that I have at the top of my head is the power bow that's needed for the first MogSafe expansion. When I was trying to get when I was first started crafting and I was trying to squeeze any kind of inventory space that I possibly could, when I looked at the power bow, I was like, okay, it's 15k, and like the +1 version of it is like 9k. Something very, very wrong is there, because you can't use the +1 version. Like, you have to have the normal quality version if you're turning them in for like a quest or something. I don't think there's anything in the game that's like explicitly asking you like you have to have a +1 version of this thing in order to complete the quest. And I was like, okay, so I'm just not gonna, like, I'm not literally made of money, so I'm just going to wait until the market, quote unquote, cools down. So, you know, a jump and a skip in time later, I was like, it's gotta be like, there's even more on them on the auction house than there was before. Certainly it's gonna be like maybe 10k or something, and I could stomach that. Motherfucker, it was up to 20k. It fucking went up, dude. Why? Why would it go up?
Oh my God!
Why would it go up, and why would it go up that much? It's because people know that people need it. Oh, thank you for following, Efren. I appreciate that. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Final Fantasy 11 for the near future. Wednesdays might replace Final Fantasy 11 with some kind of variety game that may also take the Saturday slot that is like a wild card day. So like me streaming isn't guaranteed, but it has been happening more frequently with my wife's condoning of my activities. But I mean, the closest variety game that I can think of right now that also has virtually no coverage, which, you know, if I didn't let myself think about it too much, might be like a reason for concern, that perhaps there's a reason for that. But the variety game that I'm thinking of introducing on Wednesdays and Saturdays is Valkyria Chronicles 4. We've had other variety games on the channel before, and they've all been RPG or RPG adjacent, which either does well or very bad on Twitch, just because of how the platform behaves. But Valkyria Chronicles is one of those games that I just want to play, and I think about it probably at least every 2 to 3 weeks, because the story is good, the gameplay is good, the theming is good. It ticks all the boxes that I care about. I need to try to get... I'm capped on TP right now, which is like way more than I actually need. Maybe I do Moonlight here. No, I'm going to save it for Cure 3. But the fact that nobody is streaming the game, which makes sense because I think it came out in like 2018 or something. Even though it doesn't say anything, because Final Fantasy 11 came out two decades ago, and you know, we're all here vibing. Let's see, I'm trying to get more wardrobe space, but can't find a party for anything to continue. If I'm going to be pretty reliably partying anytime that I can. I think that I'm quite a bit higher than you now, so our levels may not align all that well, because I'm going hard on Paladin. Super hard, really deep push into Paladin to get it to 75 so I can get through a lot of the content. But if whatever I happen to be working on happens to be around whatever level that you're working on, absolutely glad to have you. Reliable healers are always in big demand. I've been waiting for the Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters. There is... I'm going to butcher the name, so if I did not want to do myself a disservice, I would look it up on Steam. The person that spearheaded the development of the Suikoden games is coming out with Illurian Chronicles 100 Heroes. I've had that wishlisted for like 7 months. Eiyuden Chronicles, there we go. I need the gaming industry to know that there is demand for that, which is also why I bought Brigandine Legends of Runersia, also why I bought Tactics Ogre. I think that the gaming industry is becoming more cognizant that, hey, maybe there is something to this whole, you know, not pumping out FPSs at like an extreme click, but you know, it's only after I mean, seemingly it's only after like Bravely Default and stuff started to like gain traction and keep traction that Square Enix, who until that point was like all about the turn-based RPGs and then just went like super omega deep into developing at all costs like action RPGs. Like there is a huge market, man, for those types of like long-form RPGs. And I get that they're expensive to make, and I get that they're hard to coordinate, so it hurts even more when they don't do well. But like if there's anything that can be said about the remasters of games like Live Alive, Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm assuming, will come at some point in the future, even though we've been waiting on that for like 10, 15 years. Like, publishers are becoming slightly more aware of it. I'm just assuming that I'm keeping my party alive. I'm purely going off of autopilot and thinking about the subject. I shouldn't be doing that, but like nobody's dying. And like the MP and HP values seem to be where they should. I bought Euden Chronicles Rising for 100 euros. That's the... Is that the platformer? That's a platformer, right? Like an action RPG platformer? Question mark, ampersand. I might for Final Fantasy 16 also, one more month. I also am cautiously optimistic and excited for it. Final Fantasy 15 put me in a somewhat weird space mentally for like how, like what I should expect from the series, but without any kind of hands-on and hearing about the story. Oh, I need to be MP regenning myself. I don't have a red mage anymore. I gotta start chugging Yagudo drinks. Like the theming of Final Fantasy 16 is really good. Visually, it's amazing. It's gorgeous. But that studio is doing really good. Like in the graphics department, no qualms there. But like even though like the games don't. Like, it doesn't matter to me like that the game looks amazing, but when it does, it's nice, and it definitely looks amazing visually. The gameplay looks fine and good. I'm not a huge action RPG fan, but I've partaken and I've enjoyed it, and I can see why other people enjoy it. I want my Final Fantasy Dark Souls game. What do you mean? They released that, didn't they? Oh, there's an ad break momentarily, by the way. Brace accordingly. I'll see you in 90 seconds on average. I love Icar Gunkin. Icar Gunkin, my beloved. I feel like I should be able to moonlight whenever I want. I understand why I can't, because that would involve some kind of coding. The coding differential, and so that would be annoying. But I still want it, so like, give it to me or whatever, Lamel. They wily. $800 MP with this White Mage Taro. It's freaking crazy. It's bonkers, man. It's bonkers.
Give that 5 points! The One Piece is real!
Falcon just went through his shadows. Hopefully he's able to get them back up in time. He's gonna get a little bit messed up otherwise. Yep, just send it, buddy. Just send it so I can claw it off of you. Good. Stop it, he's already dead. Out of all the songs that I have, which is about like 5 hours on this playlist, this is probably one of my favorite ones. Aquatic Ambience, or Ambiance, whatever your chosen parlance. It do be hitting a little bit different. It is, as the cool kids say in their street colloquialisms, on fleek. If you don't think that that is the most bussing song ever, you are being chuggy. So like, don't. So like, don't be like that. 20 seconds until Sentinel. What's wrong with my streamer? I don't know, dude. Couldn't tell you. When he was uncovered deep below the earth, or whatever my lore is, they just flipped him on. And he just started talking like that. We got devotion, dude.
Oh, baby, a triple. Oh,
Cheers
yeah.
and stuff. Huzzah. Just in time for Sentinel. Oh, thank you, Scythius. I really appreciate you following. How are you doing? How's Yami doing? I haven't seen her. I know that you're like a moderator in her chat, which is why I'm asking. I haven't seen her stream in a bit. I just need you guys to be okay. I need that for me. It's not like I have a body pillow printout of you two that I gently caress like right before I go to bed, and I say, you know, sleep tight, sweet prince and princess. That would be weird, huh? Wouldn't it? Doing good, just chilling, trying to figure out what to do in game. Welcome back, Efren. Laugh out loud, XD. So under the guise of me trying to push for 75 as quickly as humanly possible on Paladin, which is still true, I am also procrastinating starting COP and Zillart missions. I am rapidly getting close to the suggested level, 65, to do Zillart, so I may do that, but I think that once I reach 65, it's only going to be a tiptoe away from 67, which is also a brief jaunt to 67. And 67 is when I can wear the complete drip set. That is the Darksteel Cuirass set. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you also don't feel like it's the most baller shit known to man, I behoove you to take an opportunity anytime within the next 30 seconds to Google that shit and then report back to me. Probably with agreeance. It looks exactly the same as this set does. However, like in terms of the model, in terms of like where the polygons go, it's all the same. But it has a dark motif, and it is going to be part and parcel with my RP, my OC character Don't Steal, that I am a Dark Paladin. And I even have a Brady Games-esque cringe evolution emote that I do when I'm going to switch to the equip set. And I'll do it in front of friends. AF gears start at 50 or 52. It starts, technically, it starts at 42. I think you can get you can start the AF quest chain at, I need to chug a Yugudo drink before I forget because I already have. You get your AF weapon. In most cases, it's a weapon. And then once you get to 50, you can then start getting all the pieces. You could even get all the pieces up to the level 60 piece for your job if you really wanted to ahead of time. You just have to find the requisite help for that. Even though we're 2 minutes away from Chivalry, which is around when I hesitate to use my TP to basically do a pseudo convert of TP to MP, I'm going to use it now just so I can keep a steady drip of MP flowing to the White Mage, which matters. Gokken is doing a continued great job keeping shadows up. That's an unfortunate double attack. You can see at the bottom right, like the numbers of shadows that he has. So he just used Yutsusemi, so he's not going to have it for another 40 seconds, which means I need to keep hate off of him, which I should be able to do relatively easily. And I need to fight every instinct that I have. Okay, first I need to eat food, because apparently I'm down on it, and that's unacceptable to me. I don't remember what I was going to say. Just pretend I said something like insightful and applicable to the circumstances. Just help me pretend. I got the weapon at 40. Then yeah, you're good until 50. 50 is when I believe you can start your artifact armor quest line. And then after that, I don't think there's anything preventing you from getting all the pieces ahead of time. Like I said, you just need help. Like and I think that for most basic jobs and advanced jobs that came out of almost Moonlighted again, I'm glad I hesitated. For most basic jobs and advanced jobs, you can do, like, your first quest is going to be an actual quest of you going out to do the thing at X person and Y way, and then you get Z product. The 3 after that are you going to some dude in a armor and or weapon shop, talking to said dude who's going to mention something about something. You have to go to Zarkabard and fight a bomb for like lore reasons, and then that also, once you complete that and you get the artifact armor, we need a sentinel here, and also chivalry, because I'm right where I need to be in terms of that. Once you complete that quest for Galka, like, it's called like Goertz's or something, and you get the AF piece, then you're good. The 2 quests after that can't really be called quests, because there's no questing involved. It's just you getting coffer keys for specific areas and opening said chests in said areas. And then the final quest that you do, which is typically going to be for whatever is like your most, arguably, your most like impactful. That's good instincts by Peace Up, the duck behind me. I think they did a Divine Seal. Divine Seal Kuraga. And to me, that's good instincts to run over to me. Because that could have been bad. That might have been pretty difficult to pull off of them. It still has hate. I mean, it's gonna be dead, so there's gonna be no hate. But then you just do the quest, which is an actual quest to finish it out. So for me, I had to, I don't remember. It's been a good bit. Oh, I remember, because I went through hell to get it. I talked to this elven child who regaled me a tale of like a mystery fish, like an ancient fish thing that, for reasons, hangs out in Castle Ostroja. One of, in my opinion, the worst places in Final Fantasy XI to navigate, to be in, to look at. Whatever is on the checklist that crosses it. So you go up there, you fish this thing out, you kill it, it turns into an item. You take this item to a dude in Selbina to cut it open, because you heard that there are shiny boots in it, or some shit, whatever the RP is. And then you go to him, and the dude is bugged, or at least was for me. So I'm doing everything that I possibly can, you know, using every part of the buffalo, try to get this stupid just give me my boots thing to happen. I'm putting the fish item in storage. I'm logging on, I'm logging off, I'm doing unstuck commands, I'm doing everything. And you know, eventually it's like it occurs to me that it's just bugged. GM comes in, flips some kind of invisible switch in the background. I progress it as normal. I get my boots, and then I move on with my life. All I had to do that I was actually like pretty stuck on, because it's a pretty rough fight, was getting my Galancer coat, so my body AF piece, which involved me going to Devoy, Orc Hell, and taking a piece of like a hidden note written in invisible ink, and I need to like put it into well in these waters because they're like sacred or some weeb shit. and the fight was fine. I did have to murk someone for the first time ever, as in like pay them some amount of money to help me out with it, because everybody else was doing their own thing and I didn't want to take them away from that. We need to eagerly claim back or claw back hate after this setup goes off. Sounds easy enough, just time consuming. It is. In most cases, most artifact armor jobs or artifact armor quests are not bad. You just need people to group up with you, and that's for 4 of the 5 artifact armor quests for my body pieces that I was aiming for. I was able to get enough public help with them from people who also happen to need it or just were kind enough to help out at the time, that it wasn't really a big deal. You might need some more advanced help for your whatever your last quest is, just because they really want to put a pin on it that, like, you know, they really want you to have like a sense of pride and accomplishment. Which is true, I did. I did hate looking at Prince Trion's stupid haircut, but he did give me the best artifact armor body that I can hope for until Adaman comes out at 73. So I guess it equals out, you know.
Aww.
Emotional damage.
I am yet again not paying attention to my MP generation. Jag, drink me. I need to stay on top of that. Anytime that my MP refreshes down, I need to supplant it again. Gakken apparently made some kind of error. I didn't see it. I'm too busy focused on whatever the fuck I was talking about. We'll definitely be able to get 62. I'm not going to get any kind of like meaningful upgrades until 65. So it's just a matter of grinding. We have Sentinel. I love that. We're big Sentinel stands here.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and get me a blast.
Why would you play that sound clip then, streamer? I don't know, man. Why do any of us do anything? Hello, Icy. How are you doing, my friend? Are you I'm trying to think of like I've already used a lot of like the good like slang words. Are you bussing?
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I bet you are, bud. I bet you're bussing. I was looking at... It's funny. It's funny, saying it out loud. I was looking at a slang dictionary, like 2023, like words that are used, so that I could like continue building out my vocabulary, which is like a big thing for me. I'm sort of into that. And there was like a collection of like 300 words. Chugi is one that I don't know if it's like really in circulation anymore, but if it's not, I'm certainly gonna bring it back. I'm busting all over the place. Oh my god.
Oh my god, stop, bro, I'm stuck. Can you help me? Senpai! Valor, X3, what's this? A womb?
My woman, wee, 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 woman, wee, wee.
We have links.
Ja pierdolę, jakie bydle!
Hello, Ruffles Chan.
Bober!
We're gonna have a rough time. If you have 2 hours that might help, I'd use them. I think that our chances are good that we're going to get through this fine. I don't know how the other pugil was slept. I am deeply appreciative that it was slept, but from what? Oh, he kept... Look at this Dark Knight dude doing the thing with the thing, dude. Amazing. Look at this guy knowing game mechanics. I was like, did the white mage cast like is sleep 1 and it's stuck? How? I'm glad I checked. Are you still playing 3D Factorio, Ruffles? Okay, I need to not waste literally all of my MP there. Doing a little glance at the top left to make sure that my refresh is still going. We need a secure hate here. I don't like it bouncing between us like that. One more hit, please. Yebs, are you playing with anyone else, or are you just like getting a feel for it on your own? Let's just do this. Let's shield bash this. Just give me a second. Just give me a second to think, dude. One other person? Are they bigger than me? Well, anybody would be bigger than you, streamer.
Emotional damage!
No, 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 no.
Macaroni with the chicken strip.
Okay, so we're not anywhere near as much danger as I anticipated.
Brother, this guy stinks!
You can't use your channel points like that for their express purpose to deride me. It's supposed to apply to my adversaries, not to something I do. Didn't you read your contract? I don't know, maybe bears can't read. Oh, I do have some more sound bites that I added after being completely unable to help myself, but to look through my instance again for like an hour.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
This one's also good. This one's probably gonna stay on my soundboard forever. Sometimes I rotate them out, but this one has a home here.
Oh my god, stop, bro, I'm stuck. Can you help me?
I also edited this one.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
And then, Ruffles, if anything cool happens, I can press this one. amazingly does not get DMCA'd. I don't know if it's a matter of time or what, or if I just outed myself in so doing. Have you been on Foxhole recently, Ruffles? I feel like Egon has, but I do think about it sometimes, kind of in the same way that like a drug addict would like what if themselves. Living up to my cringiness. I'm waiting for the update war. Have they said what they're going to be updating? I'm pre-voking here so that there's at least a little bit of hate throughput. Wow, it still has hate on him? That's pretty amazing. I am a fool. I had Chivalry up in 1 minute. I did not need to do that. Naval or infantry rework next? I know that an infantry rework is something that the community has been asking for a long time, along with the naval stuff, but I think that they were talking about naval stuff in developer logs and whatnot, or like the dev streams. So I have a feeling like if they're going to go in a direction, it's going to be that one first. Gunboats should not be made of aluminum foil or aluminium, depending on your country of origin. They should be able to take like more than like this a light heavy breathing across the bow to sink. So at minimum they should buff the durability of the gunships to improve the chances that people are going to take them into situations that matter. Apologies for anyone that is here to actively consume Final Fantasy XI content all the way throughout. I'm referring to a game that I basically mainlined for about 4,100 hours called Foxhole, which is like a massively cooperative logistics World War II adjacent alternate reality warfare sim. I think that all flowed out well, I think. But like they need to add like, I don't know, maybe like something that isn't a gunship, but like is a little bit like maybe like a patrol boat with like a twin machine gun on it or something. I'm already rapidly forgetting what the calibers are. 12.7. Then maybe like a battleship that has like 150s on it instead of 120s. Although I have a feeling like with this rework, they're going to try to add some integration, some cursed shit into I'm gonna need to just use Chivalry now so I can like claw back control when I need it. All right, nobody has TP, so I need to make sure that it's paying attention to me. So we'll shield bash in order to secure it, if so possible. Is the white mage behind me? White mage is not behind me in any meaningful way. We're gonna heal Misa to claw back hate onto ourselves. Kind of crazy. That was a huge amount of hate buildup that he had. You go drink me. Need a PT boat, gunboat to be mid-tier, late tier being larger craft. Where's my aircraft? The model is already in the game. I just wasted so much MP there. I should have paid attention to if the white mage was casting there and I didn't. But that is okay. DGB remove. What is DGB? Destroyer gunboat. Donkey gorilla. Other word. Then make larger craft have 150s or some shit. Yeah. Oh, double gunboat, of course. I need to continue making active use of Defender. I don't know how much it helps. I just know that in theory it should help me keep some baseline consistency of hate. I've seen some people post CPS results in chat. I don't know how to do that. The plugin you're thinking of is Deeps. I use it off stream to tell how accurate I'm being. It can also be clicked to give you breakdowns of how much of whatever you're doing is pulling up. Oh, let me see. Deeps. Rolando's too hard on himself. Deeps. Sheeta B4. I love this song. Very, very much big Persona fan. Persona 5 Royal has been waiting on my shelf for probably 5-6 months, just waiting to be played. The irony being that the way it's going to be played is probably through Game Pass, because I try to give my wife as much free access to TV as I possibly can, because that's just what she does to unwind after work. She watches, like, she just binge watches stuff on Netflix and Hulu and whatnot. I'm gonna be playing on my computer, so I don't even know why I bought it for the PS4/PS5. I guess because I'm trying very hard to encourage myself to validate the fact that I have a PS5, and then I went out of my way to try to get one. Just short of actually, like, paying scalpers, because I would never do that. It is... I'm going to post the Deeps link in chat at Omega. That should be it. And to make it load... Hello, I would like to provoke. To make it load, you have to do /load deeps in chat. And I believe that there's a way, it should tell you in the instructions, but there's a way to get it to outline like all the different functions that you have with it. Like if you want to start it over, like if you swap weapons and you want to do like a damage comparison, you can do /DPS reset. It's a neat little thing. I use it primarily to tell how accurate I am, so I know whether to add more or take away certain attributes from my equipment, or to change like food types. Like typically if I'm over 80-85% accurate, I'm going to want to swap to attack food, or vice versa. Two-hand anything gives like 230% TP boost. If you're accurate, you're getting TP like crazy. Barge rework? I wonder what that would involve. I'm like battle barges and stuff like that are fine. I do think that in universe it's silly that people are using barges over APCs. That seems very dumb to me. So if they're doing something to encourage... Wow, that was pure instinct, me stunning that scissor guard like that. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. What was I saying? Oh, if they make like battle barges like or barges in general weaker, I don't think that'll be a bad thing. I think they're way too durable for what they cost and in theory what they're supposed to be. I don't want to sentinel here, even though I can, because it's very close to dying. Lucky Big Scissors went to shadows. Should be able to get... No? Still no hate? Why, dude?
Help me. I'm sorry.
I mean, like, I do have cover, but, like, it's almost dead. It's almost dead.
Thank you.
Sir Gideon of the earth.
Barges were meant to transport Vix and Logi. Should just be that, not an improvised weapon that's better than gunboats. Yes. Categorically, that is a massive agree. +1, +1. I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of nodders in chat for that. Okay, I have 3 minutes on my food. Wow, he still pulled hay off me? That's kind of amazing. What the fuck? I don't know if she was able to get this set off entirely. I mean, it seemed like it did fine. Perhaps I'm experiencing a little bit of copium, but it seems like when Gawkin provoked there, the mob turned just quickly enough for the status to go off in the microsecond that I lost 8. Just make the big landing craft used to land Vix in World War II. I think there should be like maybe, I don't want to give them any ideas. I really don't. So maybe I should just shut up now just in case, you know, they start browsing Final Fantasy XI VODs for no reason. And then, you know, happens to get to this part where I start talking about it. But maybe like an up armored version of the barge. And just make like the normal version of the barge like super weak to like maybe incentivize people. Incentivize people to at least have some kind of like fucking RP reason to like use equipment that looks like it should be for that purpose, if that makes any sense at all. White Whale WeWork, man, that was tough to say. I think that white whales are fine the way that they are. I'm getting fucked up super hard. It just did 500. It just did like 600 damage to me in the span of like 3 seconds. I think white whales are fine. I think that they are prohibitively annoying to set up, which also increases the chance that the enemy is going to find out about them. Because, you know, like, must spies and whatnot. Herring is 157, dude, let's go.
Yes, indeed. A hunter must hunt.
Miyazaki-chan, when am I gonna get news of a release date for Shadows of the Erd Tree? Please, I need... Baby needs his milk. please just give it to me. RP extends out hand and makes grasping motions. Gib. I'm gonna get a lot of play out of Armor Core 6 though. Ooh, we got devotion.
Got you, homie.
Yes, me lord.
Jacked up and good to go. Reporting for duty. Give me something to shoot.
Yeah, boy.
I do love it. I do love their mini convert. I'm also going to do a /cheer piece of. How is everyone else doing on time? If we can give about an hour after Misa needs to leave. Okay, so we can break if Gakken also needs to go in about 30 minutes. I don't intend on ending the stream in half an hour if we all happen to break. What we will do is we will take probably, I don't know, 2-3 minutes and try to sync it up with the time that a normal ad break would play out. No, yeah, no, that sounds right. And just figure out what to do from there. We'll probably party again. My mission in life, in Minecraft, in Final Fantasy XI, is to get this thing up to 75 ASAP. And let's be real, it's not like I'm gonna sleep anyway. Going into Mondays, and I know that today is Monday, I'm talking about like on the inside, like theoretical Mondays, like tomorrow is basically my Monday, where like I'm gonna be going into work. I sleep horrifically. So me being exhausted is the best chance of me actually going to sleep, period. Otherwise, if I go to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock, like I end the stream, I dote on my dog, brush my teeth, I give her bedtime treat, I pet her a whole bunch, you know, give my wife like a little peck on the forehead, and then try to take the train to Sleepburg, all aboard, toot toot. I will literally just lay there for like an hour, anticipating all of the BS that I'm gonna have to deal with, and then making my peace with it through vigorous application of my personal philosophy, basically leading me to be emotionally carbon neutral after the fact. But nevertheless, like physiologically, I just can't sleep going into a new week. You're gonna play the MGS3 remake? Okay, so the most important aspect or condition for me playing it is, and you can answer this probably, is Hideo Kojima like leading it, like leading the development? If not, probably not. If yes, I will definitely consider it. Metal Gear Solid has not been a huge part of my life, but it has been a part. And after Death Stranding, I will gobble up anything Hideo Kojima. I know what I said. I meant what I said. I will go to town for that dude. I've not heard if he is or not, but I will go with that he isn't. So in circumstances like that where I'm unsure, I'm going to probably wait for reviews. And by wait for reviews, I mean I'm going to wait for reviews plus 2-3 weeks. Because as with Crash Team Racing, the remake, and with most recently Resident Evil 4, the remake, developers, or publishers more specifically, are becoming more and more aware more often that they can wait for the initial good reviews to come out and then drop microtransactions. And because Konami are the kings and queens of microtransactions, like OG microtransactions is in like pachinko, I could definitely see them going whole hog on it. Like they did it with Metal Gear Survive. So it's definitely going to be a wait and see plus 2-3 weeks for me. I'm glad to be proven wrong, but that's what my instincts tell me, and I typically listen to it when it tells me stuff. But the only time that I pre-order is if I have either want to make sure that an idea is supported, like Brigandine, Legend of Renuzia, Tactics Ogre Reborn, things like that, where I believe that that my singular sale is going to like push publishers to like recognize the validity of like certain games that don't come out that often. Other than that, the times that I pre-order is if I have overwhelming faith that it's just going to be good taken as read. From Software games to date are the only are like the only games that I just feel like it's gonna be good. So like there's no reason for me to hesitate. That also bleeds into my typical unwillingness to partake in collector's editions. I'll spring for like a deluxe edition every once in a while if I know based off of reviews that it's gonna be good and stuff like that. But like collector's editions, like the more expensive stuff that come with like plastic tat and stuff like that, is very rare for me to get into. So I had to have a conversation with my wife about me getting the collector's edition for Armored Core 6 that comes with the giant robot, so I can pick it up and move it around and make exploding sounds with my mouth. You know, if you can, which was, you know, a cool $200+, not including shipping or tax. Definitely not worth the money. Like, it came with a bunch of other stuff other than the you know, the robot, but it's not worth $200. Oh, it's not worth $200. But I've been an Armored Core head for ever since I was like a wee bay, dude. Since I could hold a PS1 controller in my hands. And fucked with the abhorrently bad controls that Armored Cores like 1 through 3 had. I played most of them, enjoyed them. Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer, also extremely good. I unfortunately was not in a position to have access to the consoles for them, which makes me sad to this day because I know that they were good and they had crazy. This song is gonna mind flood me. Please hold. Okay, this is good. But yeah, even like so this is like the first time that I'm gonna be in, like, foot in the door day 1, day 0, and I'm probably going to have a sudden bout of chronic explosive diarrhea and or limb loss on that day. So I'm gonna have to explain to my coworkers, hey, all my limbs are probably going to fall off simultaneously that day, so I probably can't work. Sorry about it. And then they would be like, is it because of course they know what this is it because Armored Core is coming out tomorrow? And I'll be like, no, sorry, you're breaking up, going through a tunnel. And then they'll be like, we're talking to you through Messenger. And then I'm just gonna sign off and pray that they remember nothing about the conversation. Just added AC6 to my wish list on Steam. Yeah, yes. Yeah, and then we could be like robot buddies, you know, doing robot stuff together, you know, swapping out parts, touching each other's parts, doing stuff with our parts, killing bad guys, going back to the parts. I'm not, guys, we're back a few minutes just warming up dinner for the wife. This party was killing slow, and now we're a DD down. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be slow if we haven't. if we're down like a person, that makes sense. 20% of the damage throughput is AFK at the moment. We can call it here. That's fine. Everyone is probably in comparison to less tanky stuff, I'm presuming. It's Skyitis, dude. Once people start, you know, partaking of the birds and the environment above, like they can't settle for anything less. Lot on whatever you guys want. Everyone did real good. Okay, so they're saying crabs are typically killed with an SE/mana burst setup, but we have no black mage. You don't try to melee them down. I mean, we're doing fine for sure, but this is the setup we had, so you know. All right, everyone have a great day. I'll see you around. Take care.
And just like we should be getting 12k an hour and fucking killing the shit out of birds in sky, man. What is this shit? Why don't you have a bard? Why aren't we fighting birds and have like 3 dragoons and like a warrior to maybe pull hay at the start?
Oh god. Yeah, we were doing fine. People have skyitis sometimes. It makes them forget. If I ever chat, like if you need to take it down that I'm saying this now, quote me as saying this. If I am ever to like another individual, I'm like, we really like going into like a party being like, you really should have had this specific setup when I had gotten in here. You're functionally wasting my time in some respect. Put me down. Just end it. Just end me.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
Let's see. Also been debating buying the Starship Troopers co-op shooter that just released like a week ago. It's sitting at 93% positive reviews out of 12k reviews. Yes, you should, in my opinion. It is rough, and you can tell that they're very early into early access because they have what seems to be 2 total maps, but you approach missions from different angles, so it kind of gives you the visual mouthfeel that you're in a different place, even though you're really not, and you'll see what I mean if you start getting into it. But thematically and in terms of gameplay and so on, it's great. Just know that unless you have a very high-end rig, like even if you turn down some notches in the graphics settings, your computer is going to shit its pants when evacuations start happening at the end of missions, because it throws such an insane number of things at you at once, and the number of special effects that are going on is just it's too much. There's definitely, I think, an optimization thing. Yep. Really liked Mech Warrior, but feel like there hasn't been a good one in ages. Agreed on that. I was enjoying the new Gundam hero shooter they made, but nobody wants to play. The last few like Gundam type games that they released on Steam have had like no gameplay. It's like it's all you know, 3D FMVs and like screenshots of like Gundams doing impressive stuff, but not like gameplay. Like I want to see what the game looks like. I don't want to see what the cutscenes look like. Maybe you can tell me which one you're referring to or which one that you saw. Oh, is it only one map, Ruffles? That's what I'm remembering. I thought that was just like the same map, just like rotated depending on like you know, what, I mean, there's only a couple mission types, right? There's like the short form mission where you go, like, it's just like an expedited version of like the long form mission, with the difference being that the long form mission is that your people have to like assemble themselves into teams and like go out and mine and accomplish different objectives and defend the base and so on, which I think thematically is very cool and very on brand. But yeah, for sure, there could be more content to it, but for the price that it is and what it is, if you're looking for just like brainless, like I want to pretend like I'm in the Starship Troopers universe and really feel that way for a few moments, it's like an instant buy for people if you have the disposable income for it. Or even if you don't and you're like playing games and like purchasing things between bites of avocado toast and like Fortnite orange justicing. A new one is coming out tomorrow, Gun and Battle Operation 2, also free to play. Are these on Steam? I mean, I do have access to the internet, so I guess I could just like look. LOL. I wish MechWarriors 5 was better. OL 2 mission types. I've heard that it does get a massive boost in playability with mods. Anytime I see anybody recommend MechWarrior 5, it's always with the caveat that like you're gonna want to play with mods, kind of in the same way that the turn-based version of MechWarrior was, although they called it BattleTech. Same thing, same difference. Same but different, different but same. Did anything sell yet? It did. Huzzah. Okay, we're almost up on ad time. So I'm going to take the opportunity to use the little Stoics room, and then we'll probably set up another party. I'm not ready to stop yet. So I will see those of you to whom it pertains in 90 seconds on average. If you have not followed yet, I would recommend you do so, just so that you get updates on when I'm around and doing things. And because it gives me a little shot of dopamine, that just happens to make me feel good. Because I'm definitely human, and I definitely appreciate it. All right, I'm going to BRB, and I will see you in 90 seconds. Okay, dude, we are back.
No, no, no. I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
Oh my god, stop, bro, I'm stuck.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
Okay. What are we gonna do? My guess is go fuck myself. No, like what's a real objective? I guess that we can, like I need to get 62. That's my goal for the day, so that's what I'm gonna do. And if I have to fight, kick, suck, blow, anything in order to accomplish that, then I will, then I must. For the good of the Bastoken Empire, I gotta be willing to do anything, partake in anything, get weird with anything. Let's be frisky. Let's look for a party. Level sync 60 plus, please. Experienced. Meet. Shield. Camp. Anything. Parentheses. No sky access. Close parentheses. And then we just flag up, baby. And while I'm letting the machinations of the world turn, let us equip back our sets. Put on our gallant surcoat. Actually, I don't need to request. Hang on. Search. What did I even type there? I don't remember. Level sync 60 plus? I think that's going to be too high. I can swing level sync 56. Most of my equipment that I care about is going to be 56 or higher. The only pieces that get swapped out lower or hot, like 50 around 56 is gonna be my shiny paladin pants and my glorious surcoat, which I have Iron Musketeer plus 1 gear for as replacements. Swap in. I only start running into some gear issues 55 and below, so 56 is a sweet spot for me. We're gonna spot check to see who else is out there, just for fun. I don't believe I'm gonna want to make my own party again. Not that I'm opposed to it for any particular reason. Black Mage, Beastmaster, Beastmaster, Monk, Beastmaster, 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 White Mage, Beastmaster, Dark, Dragoon, Paladin, Warrior, Beastmaster. People need to be more open to inviting Beastmasters. They just do. They do a psychotic amount of damage. Having a pet is equivalent to having like a whole ass other party member, or at least half of one. Let me make sure that my stuff is selling. I hate these stupid tomato soups, man. The Iron Musketeer head is probably going to be on there for a long time. I'm Hammer-chan. One just sold. I hate that. Why wasn't mine the one that sold? If we need to get stupid with it, we will. I'm not above that. I've long since been turned into the Joker by the cooking system. It's about the message at some point. I'm never making Shallops Tropical again. I'm never making shark fin soup again. There's a third one that I'm not remembering. No, I do want to keep the land crab meat. I might have a stack of land crab meat to sell. We shall see. I think that at the bottom left of the stream where I have like the Final Fantasy 11 goals, I think I'm gonna swap out the Moogle for the Bastoken flag symbol. I don't know, the Moogle fits kind of snugly in there, and it's kind of cute that he's like sitting on a chair or whatever. Isn't that like super kawaii? Motherfucker, your bed is. If that ain't the most kawaii shit you've ever seen, I just don't know. I just don't know what would be. Land crab meat, we do have a stack's worth, so I will collect that out of my garbage bin. Oh, and then while we wait for a prospective pickup, we will go to Saruta Baruta. Talk to the Guild Turn-In NPC to see what kind of inane bullshit they want me to cook for points. And then in lieu of that, or in attempts to achieve that, I should receive a invite of some kind. I mean, it's disgusting. It's frankly terrible that I've been looking for party for approximately 2.5 minutes and nobody has picked me up as a paladin. I'm practicing sounding entitled. I don't know if it was convincing or not. I want my thing and I want it now. And if I don't get my thing that I desire right now, it's stupid. Saruta Bruta, please. Goblin Chan. Saruta Bruta. So for perspective, I wasn't keeping a accurate count of how much experience we would have gained through the party. With the ring, it looks like we probably got like 6,000 an hour, which for the level that we're at is fine. Is it stellar? No. No, it is not. Is it bad? No. Because we were consistently killing things. Nobody died. And everyone seemed to be having a good time. Except for the healers. Apparently. The healers were not enjoying it. I don't know, maybe if there were like... Maybe if there were two of them, they could form like an emotional support group or something. Maybe. I've always liked the look of Saruta Bruta. Always liked the look of the Windurst areas. In my opinion, of all the starting nation areas, Windurst is the most visually attractive. Until I believe that for the sake of everyone involved. What? No. Okay, sorry. Somebody is talking in chat. Not your fault, literally at all. Roll. Gawk had to go too, and we were coming up to around 2 hours, which is the normal time for parties to decide when they want to break. We were not doing bad at all. Was the experience amazing? No. Did people die? Also no. Did everyone seem to be having a good time except the healer? Yes. Did the healers seem to be having a poor time because they let themselves? Yes. Not your fault. zoning. Yeah, roll needing to leave or coming up on needing to leave. Totally fine. There are some people that are in the headspace that they need to progress at any cost. Final Fantasy 14 is right there. You know? And it has a dungeon finder. You can just press buttons over and over again to get to the highest common denominator. Like, Final Fantasy 11 is more than just like the experience per hour that you're gaining. If you're not looking for that type of game, you know, that's fine. Like, everyone enjoys their own thing. Although I shouldn't really think about that. I don't think that there's anything mutually exclusive about giving my chance to reflect on it. There's nothing mutually exclusive about wanting. Are you kidding me? I'm level 97 basically, and you're trying to make me make orange juice? What the fuck?
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I don't think there's anything mutually exclusive between wanting to progress quickly and enjoying the game with all of its trials and tribulations intact. I think more so what I'm referring to is like other people that are like, what I'm experiencing is just not worth it unless people are like min-maxing the situation. So that type of mentality also inclines said people to impress upon others that they should also be min-maxing to some respect. The people that are just here to do well and to vibe typically don't try to assert their desire to vibe onto others. It's typically one way. They put a lot of effort into this game, huh? Like having the birds and stuff like fly overhead. The fact that when you're in an airship, you can see certain landmarks in the game from like extreme distances. Now, granted, they're like Nintendo 64-esque textured buildings and shapes with like a total of like 12 polygons, but you can tell what they are. So the reason why I'm not going to the auction house right off is because I'm going to go back to the easiest place for me to buy orange juices, because I believe I need to buy like 22 of them. I'm gonna look it up right now. Orange juice, Final Fantasy 11 Classic. I need to purchase 21 of them to get the most points that I can out of the cooking turn-in. I need my style lock back on. Yes, please. There is a shop downtown. I don't know if this qualifies as downtown, but it is more down than Upper Juno is, so I am assuming that's what that means. In the context that I was trying to use that word. And I am going to purchase 21 orange juice from this establishment. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. That's for ease of mobility. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I want to keep sub Black Mage on in case I need to warp back from wherever it is that I am. This is already about the orange juices we're gonna go to. We're gonna turn them in. But I want to be able to warp immediately afterward after that. I think I just said the same thing twice, but in different ways. Which makes sense, because my brain is melting in real time. Saruta. Saruta. I still have not finished my Twisted Tea. That's naughty. And then we make the run again, dude. I remember having to make this run before I had OP access, and it sucked real bad. I had the Kol Shushu OP, which meant I had to run from Baburamu through Tarangi from the very top of Saruta Burrito all the way down here every time I wanted to do my turn-ins. But Stoic, that's why you just start as Winders so you don't have to deal with it. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up.
They ask you how you are, you have to say that you're fine. When you're not
Shut up,
really
shut
fine.
your mouth.
You can't get into it because they would never understand.
Now it's an annoying walk, but it's also not a 3 zones long walk. It just cuts down on the milling around time. For like 70+%, man. Let's take another glance at the party invite landscape to see who perhaps may be around. 65. Nope, that is every single individual that happens to be in that level range. That's not what I want. I don't want that either. There could be something here. And by could be, I mean there definitely is. There definitely is. If I need to make another party to get 62, I will. In this particular instance, I kind of want to just like be collected and then chauffeured into level 62. But we can't always get what we want. Sometimes we gotta twerk for it. We gotta twerk for our dinner. I mean work.
Shame. Shame.
Ugh.
Shame.
Little readjustment. It's still staggering to me that we together, we as a community, the Stoic Nation, achieved the sub goal. Which of course means I'm gonna have to create a new sub goal, and so continues the dance that you and I partake in with each other until the heat death of the universe. I, the streamer, you, the chatter. Orange juice. I don't even know where this lady puts it all. I don't think there's even like a lore reason why I'm doing this. She's just asking for product and giving me effectively monopoly money in return. Stop. Okay, we have done our due diligence. We're gonna warp back, put our stuff on the auction house, and then I guess just make it like fucking make another party then. I guess the world doesn't move unless they put it in motion, huh? Why's it gotta be me? Why's it gotta be me? Some people are really opposed to making parties, either because they're not accustomed to it, or they are shy. Or they have a fear of setting it up wrong, quote unquote, or going to, or don't want to face or experience the pressure of selecting a camp and like directing people possibly. The advice that I have to give to those people is to just do it. Ladrius. Hello. What level sync? Where the hell was Caladrius that he... Oh, here he is. Yes, please. Look at this Galka looking Paladin looking MF. Ah. Get wrecked. Got him, dude. Wall. I honestly recommend practicing as a party leader. Probably for at least 30 to 40% of your parties. It does hit a little bit different in a good way when a party that you have created is gelling well, happens to be gelling well, everyone's having a good time or a goodish time, and it also improves your understanding of where to go and when for the future, like in terms of camps. Like what works, what doesn't work, what types of party combinations. That was a Mithra that was barely clothed, named WAP. What am I doing? What am I thinking of? Oh, it's because I'm still white. I'm still black mage. Still sub black. That's what I was thinking of. I was so focused on what I was talking about. But I've made, out of all the times that I've leveled, at least on Horizon, I've set up parties probably 90% of the time. This is like the 6th time that I've let myself get picked up. And most of the time it's because I just want to get started. I either don't have time to wait around, don't want to afford the time to wait around, because I don't want to get into anything else in the background. I'm here, I want to party. Let me just throw a gaggle of people together in a composition that seems mutually reinforcing, and then just let her rip. People are herd and animal creatures, and they will, even in the digital space, pick up on how their perceived leader is doing or feeling. So if you are putting out good vibes as the party leader, it substantively increases the chances that people will also find within themselves to just focus on having a good time too. There will be outliers in Final Fantasy XI, Final Fantasy XIV, Star Wars The Old Republic, whatever your chosen MMORPG, that are just going to be shitty. They're just gonna be shitty and project like a natural shitty aura around them. Where is camp? I don't think that was ever said to me. But like those people exist in real life too. And it's all a matter of like weathering them, or at least like if you can't like get away from them, then and you have to deal with them, then just making the most of it, turning their shittiness into something constructive. All right. Zarkabard it is, baby. I'm assuming that means that we're going to be going after raptors. I hope that these motherfuckers have a red mage and a bard and 2 rangers and I want a corsair too. I want a corsair. And if I'm not getting 13,000 an hour, I'm going to forcibly disconnect and then just leave. In that order.
You heard what I'm saying. I have it on tape.
Zarkabard, there are some camps that are in Zarkabard or around Zarkabard in Eula range, which is the zone that is north of Zarkabard. I haven't partied there often, if at all. I am glad that it is currently in control of Sandoria, because that means more conquest points for me and experience points. Partying over level 50, 60, 70, 75, or I think it's at least 50, 60, 70, and partying in an area that is not currently controlled by your nation gives you stacking experience points bonuses. So I'm glad for multiple reasons that we're partying out here. I did scout out the camps that I'm presuming we're going to get directed to that are all raptor based. It's all raptors everywhere. The only difference between these raptors and the raptors that we just saw in Cape Darrigan is that the raptors that are here or are around have frost breath, where instead of them casting virus, they give you a paralyzed effect instead, which is less expensive and less annoying to deal with. What about below 50? You mean like just in general or in Eula range? Because I'm pretty sure that there are things that are in Eula range that you can kill as a 50. I think rabbits for the most part. Rabbits and tigers. I barely partied here in general, so I'm just going off of like basic bitch memory right now. Is the area conquest affecting experience? One of the differences with Horizon as a private server is that they introduced 2 different types of stacking experience points bonuses. Hang on. Let me bring up the website.